Hello everyone. Today we will start with the power amplifier. Now we have already studied voltage amplifier. We have studied voltage amplifier in the form of common collector, common emitter, common base configuration. Now I'm going towards a power amplifier. So what is the difference? Can we use voltage amplifier in place of power amplifier? Because voltage amplifiers amplifies the voltage. If there is amplification voltage multiply with current, it should also give a power amplification. So let us think in that way how to use voltage amplifier as a power amplifier, and if not, then why can't we use that? So what am I doing? This is the circuit of, let me show it. This is the circuit of common emitter amplifier. Now in common emitter amplifier we are assuming the direction of current in this direction is IC, current in downward direction is IC. Now apply a KVL in this loop. In this loop apply a KVL. Now one more thing, this is ground. So apply KVL in this loop. Let IC be the current. So VCC equals to ICRC plus VCE plus ICRE. Assuming beta is very high, that's why I'm taking IC equals to IE. Otherwise it should have been IERE. I'm assuming beta is very high, so therefore I'm taking IC here also IC current. So VCC minus VC is equals to IC times RC plus RE. Now the net, this is equation 1. I have named it as a equation 1. I now move it into the second topic. Just go, this is equation 1. The net DC power given to the transistor. This transistor is taking how much power? How can we calculate this? The total voltage across this transistor and the current passing through this transistor. The total voltage across this transistor is VCE. Current passing through it, the IC. So net DC power that goes into the transistor is VCE times IC. Now we have to calculate useless power. What is useless power? Power taken from the supply, the net power that is given to the circuit minus the power that goes to the transistor. Means out of total power that is given to the circuit, how much power goes to the transistor? So VCC IC is the total power from the taken power from supply. VC IC is the power goes to the transistor. Taking IC common, we get VCC minus VCE. Now putting the value of VCC minus VCE from equation 1. So we get I square C RC plus RE. This is the amount of power loss that is happening in voltage amplifier. So effectively we are seeing that so much amount of power generally gets wasted if we use voltage amplifier as a power amplifier. Therefore we had a different need. One more thing, can we reduce the power loss here? How can we reduce? We cannot reduce the current. Can we reduce RC and RE? Yes, we can. Let us assume we are putting RE0. Now go back to the circuit. We are putting RE0. I can't do that. If I put RE0, it simply means there is no biasing circuit. So it will destabilize the biasing of the circuit. The second thing is, let us reduce RC. If I reduce RC, in general RC comes parallel with RL when we calculate the gain, when we go for the AC analysis, then this RC will become parallel to RL. Remember in AC analysis we replace VCC by grounding. So here it is also ground, this is also ground, this terminal is common. So RC and RL will become parallel in AC calculation. So if RC is 0, then 0 parallel RL will be 0. So the load resistance will become 0. It becomes short circuit. So we will not get any output across the load. So therefore we cannot do that. So what are the other alternatives? One of the best alternative that is being used if we want to use voltage amplifier as a power amplifier is change this RC with a transformer coupled circuit. So transformer coupled circuit means replace RC with a coil, in general chalk coil. Chalk coil in general have 0 DC resistance, and it is coupled inductively to the load. By this we can minimize the DC resistance, but however it will not affect the operation. But the one more drawback with this circuit is we have to use a transformer, and transformer is a quite bulky in size, so it will not be feasible. So in general, if we go about a difference between voltage amplifier and power amplifier, this is the main difference. The beta, the gain of the voltage amplifier is very high, whereas the power amplifier, it is not that much. It is high, but it is not that much. It is comparatively low. The load resistance RC is for voltage amplifier is high, as we discussed, and for power amplifier it is low. Input voltage, this is the one more bigger difference. Since beta is high, so few millivolt of input signal will give you sufficient what we call output. But in power amplifier, since there is low beta, so we can use up to few volts of signal to get a higher volt of signal. The power output is for voltage amplification, it is low. For power amplifier, since it is a power amplifier, it has to be high. The IC, it is low for voltage amplifier because main emphasis is to gain of voltage. For power amplifier, it is high. And coupling, it is RC coupled for voltage amplifier, and for power amplifier, it is a transformer coupled. Now, there are different types of classification of power amplifier. One of the most important is class A power amplifier. This is the circuit of a class A power amplifier. Now, in general, if we talk about the input signal of a different amplifiers, in voltage amplifier, we use small signal analysis. Small signal means the signal in the input range in the order of few millivolts to microvolts. Whereas in case of power amplifier, this input signal is in the order of few volts. Few volts means in power amplifier, when we used to amplify, only this much of area of DC load line is required. It will not amplify more than this. But since here the input signal is quite high, so we are using fully DC load line. This is a DC load line in quiescent point that we have discussed in while studying BJT biasing. So this is a DC load line. For a power amplifier of a class A type, the DC quiescent point is generally put just in the middle of the DC load line. So such that if I draw a line here, this is the output output voltage, and this is output current. The maximum can be VCC, minimum is 0. Here maximum is 0, minimum is 0, and maximum will be 2 IC. So this is the amplification of the output. So this is the quiescent line for a class A power amplifier. This is the circuit, just a normal circuit. Now, how do we compare different types of power amplifier? There are two criteria. The first one is efficiency. How do we calculate efficiency? Average AC power delivered to the load. Average AC power delivered to the load divided by average DC power consumed by the circuit. Means at the end, finally, how much AC power is circuit is able to deliver to the load, where divided by total DC power consumed by the circuit. And the second factor is power dissipation for a transistor. Power dissipation for a transistor means how much power heat dissipation capacity or power dissipation capacity of the transistor is required to form a circuit. We will discuss in detail what are these two parameters when we calculate these two terms. Now, first we will calculate for class A. What is the incoming DC power? What we have to calculate? We have to calculate average AC power delivered to the load divided by average total DC power acquired by or consumed by the circuit. What is the DC power? DC power is VCC volt into ICQ, where Q represents quiescent value. So VCC into ICQ, this represents the total DC power consumed by the circuit. What is AC power? Power AC is defined as Vrms into Irms. Vrms is nothing but Vm by root 2, Irms is Im by root 2, so it is Vm by into Im by 2. What is Vm? Vm will be Vmax minus Vmin. Let me go into the figure. This is Vm, right? This value is Vmin. This value is Vmax. So I can say Vm is nothing but Vmax minus Vmin divided by 2. Since this is also Vm, this is also Vm, so 2 Vm, in fact 2 Vm is equal to Vmax minus Vmin. 2 Vm is equals to Vmax, this is Vmax minus Vmin. Okay, similarly for I, this is Imax, this is Imin. So 2 Im, this is 1 Im, this is 1 Im, this is 1 Im. 2 Im is equals to Imax minus Imin. Okay, so Vm equals to Vmax minus Vmin by 2 and Im equal to Imax minus Imin by 2. What was Vmax? Vmax was Vcc, Vmin was 0. Okay, what was Imax? This is one more thing important. This is ICQ. So this value is ICQ. So this value will be 2 ICQ. So this value. This is ICQ and this will be one more ICQ to net this. That is Imax. Imax will be 2 ICQ and Imin will be 0. So 2 ICQ minus 0 by 2 divided by this 2. This. So PAC is VCC into ICQ by 4. We calculate the efficiency. What was efficiency? Power AC. So first we'll put power AC, this term, divided by DC power. It comes out to be 25%. So the net efficiency for a class A amplifier is at 25%. Now our second term was, how do we compare? We compare by finding out the power dissipation. The power dissipation of a transistor. So how do we calculate power dissipation? Let's go into that. What was the power output? VCC into ICQ by 4 from this value. Can I write VCC is equal to 2 VCEQ? So it is nothing but VCEQ into ICQ by 2. That is the net output power. Now what is the power dissipation? Power dissipation across the transistor. That will be VCEQ into ICQ. So I can say if this is PD, PD is 2 times of PO. So effectively, if my class A amplifier that I need to be generated has a 10 watt of output, it can generate 10 watt of output, then I have to buy a transistor such that it can dissipate up to 20 watt. Means just to generate a lower power, I have to take whenever I am purchasing the transistor has to be when we manufacture a transistor, when we manufacture a power amplifier, different components needs to be added. One of them is transistor. If I am purchasing a transistor, then I have to, when I am purchasing at that time, I have to give a specification what is the power dissipation requirement of that particular transistor. Suppose with different power dissipation requirement, the cost increases. So if I have to buy a 10 watt power dissipation of transistor and a 20 watt capacity of power dissipation transistor, the 20 watt will be much more costlier than the 10 watt. Here, to get 10 watt of AC output, I have to purchase a transistor whose capacity is 20 watt. It means I have to purchase a double cost of, I have to purchase a transistor whose power requirement is almost double to the output power. So it is not beneficial. It is increasing my cost of production. So I have to reduce it. I have to increase efficiency. At the same time, I have to decrease the power dissipation of the transistor compared to the output power. Okay, so what we have concluded till now in AC power in class A transformer, we have this problem: efficiency is less and power dissipation is almost the double of the output power. Now we go for class B amplifier. Now in class B amplifier, what we do? For one more thing, we will come back to class A amplifier for such further analysis. I am just comparing these two parameters. We will more compare further problems. Right now I am just comparing these two parameters. What parameters? Efficiency as well as power dissipation. So this is class B amplifier. This is a DC load line again. Now I choose in class B amplifier, I choose quiescent point here. So here VCEQ is nearly equals to VCC. One more thing, in class B amplifier we use two different transistors. I'll show you the circuit at the end. First I am just drawing its DC load line. This is what we call AC current loop. Now what is the power input? Power DC is VCC into IDC. Here just remember I have not written ICQ, I have written IDC, because if we go back into the previous circuit, how do we calculate IDC? This is a AC circuit plus DC. This is DC part and this is AC part. So when we integrate with this, so this AC part cancels with this AC part, so DC component will be only this. So it was easy to calculate. However, in this case, we have only AC part, that is half AC part. So we have to calculate DC value of this. So we have to integrate this. The waveform looks similar to the half wave rectifier output. So half wave, we know because of the half wave rectifier derivation, the output of a half wave rectifier is peak value by pi. Since in previous class A amplifier it was DC, it was AC riding on DC, and while taking average the AC component will be cancelling out itself, so we'll get only DC value. However, this is not the criteria in this class B amplifier. So in this case we have to calculate this DC value. How do we calculate DC value? By a half wave rectifier formula. So therefore PDC is equal to VCC times IM by pi. What is power AC? Power AC is nothing but VRMS into IRMS. That is, one more thing, I have already told you, in this case we are using two transistors. So it effectively half the power is coming from one transistor and half the power is coming from another transistor. So I am taking 1/2 just because of it is giving only half power. So this half is just because of the half power given by one transistor. And this is Vm by 2 root 2 Im by root 2, that is Vm into Im by 2. So it comes out to be Vm into Im by 4. Now again simple, how do we calculate efficiency? Net AC power generated divided by the total DC power consumed. So VCC into Im into pi divided by 4 into VCC Im. So it comes out to be 78.45%, which is much higher than the class A, which was 25%. One more thing, in class A amplifier, if we use transformer coupled load, then its theoretical efficiency, remember theoretical efficiency can increase up to 50%. That is the theoretical efficiency, not a practical efficiency. So the maximum efficiency from class A that we get is 25% with a normal load and 50% with a transformer coupled load. But here we are getting 78.5% efficiency. Now the second parameter, which is power dissipation. Okay, let's go into that. Now power dissipation is, for again half is because of one transistor I am talking about. VCEQ in this only this VCEQ and IC both are only half wave we are getting. So we have for one transistor VCEQ into ICQ divided by pi into pi. So I can see one in this case this VCEQ is equals to VCC. So I am replacing VCEQ by VCC. So VCC into ICQ divided by 2 pi square. So PO by PD. What is PO? PO is this. PD is this. Taking ratio. It comes out to be pi square by 4, nearly 5. So PD is PO by 5. In other terms, in this case, if I have to develop a power amplifier having output of 10 watt, then I need only two transistors having the power dissipation capacity of 2 watt. In previous case, for output power of 10 watt, I needed a transistor whose power dissipation capacity is 20 watt. That is double of the output power. In this case, I required only 2 watt, 10 divided by 5, only 2 watt. So that is the advantage of class B amplifier in terms of efficiency as well as power dissipation quantity. Since the video is getting too long, I don't want to get stressed by looking at, I don't want you to get stressed by continuously looking for a single video in a single video. So I'll complete the power amplifier in a second part of video. Okay, thank you and see you in the